Hi guys, it's Melissa from Vibe Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a practice focused on grounding. This is the second of a 6-part series on yoga for change. And today's practice will really focus on our root chakra, feeling that connection with the earth, and building a strong foundation that allows us to gain confidence going forward.
2020 vision, ain't much missing. 2 eyes blurry, but my third eye didn't. Need no correction, seems it's been getting better over time. It's a sign that I'm heading in the right direction. Need no permission. Fate be affecting all my decision. No longer listen to your opinion. You got intention, I got the vision.
We're going to start today's practice on our backs in our Shavasana. So get comfy, lay back here. Let the knees and feet roll away from the center of the body. Arms come to the side, palms facing up. If you're feeling pressure in your lower back, you can choose to bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly pose or bend into the knees. Otherwise, we'll start here in our Shavasana. And just start to lengthen your breath. Letting go of your day. Really filling up the lungs and the belly on your inhale. And as you exhale, letting it all out. And just imagine on your inhale that you feel the support of the earth below you. So every place your body is touching the ground, as you inhale, feel that earth coming up to meet you. And as you exhale, imagine that you can release a little bit more, melt into that ground. And let's do 3 more deep breaths here. Inhaling to feel the support of the earth. Exhale, melting into the earth. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere in your jaw or your shoulders, your hips. As you exhale, is there anything else you can release in the body? And take a moment to set an intention, if you would like today. Maybe something that you're grateful for. And if nothing comes to mind, that's fine. Really just focusing today on feeling that connection with the earth below us. Slowing down. On your next inhale, we'll take a nice big stretch overhead, stretching the legs and arms long. And as you exhale, drawing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. And maybe even a little bit of a lower back massage, rocking side to side, forward to back. Sometimes it feels good to take nice, slow circles with the legs, just massaging that lower back. And we'll hang on to that right knee, let the left leg come nice and long. We'll straighten out through that right leg, holding on behind it, either on the thigh or the calf, whatever's comfortable, making sure you're not hyperextending that knee, and bringing it to a point where you feel a stretch in your hamstring. But noting this is just the beginning of class, so don't push it beyond where you're comfortable right now. Let's just give ourselves some gentle ankle rolls clockwise. And counterclockwise. As with every practice, if something's feeling really good, feel free to do it longer. And if something doesn't feel good, ease out of it. Listen to your body and respect what it needs today. Really pushing through that left heel. So nice, strong left leg. We'll take some time to stretch into that hamstring, taking 2 deep breaths. Inhaling into wherever you're tight. Exhale to see if you can release that tightness just a little bit. And one more time. And from here, we'll bend that right knee into the chest, bring that right arm on the inside of that right knee and grab for the outer edge of the right foot. Bringing the sole of that right foot towards the ceiling and trying to keep this left hip firmly on the ground. We'll take a nice half happy baby here. If you can't quite reach that foot, it's okay to grab onto the shin or even just to hold behind that knee. We're bringing that right knee towards the outside of the right rib cage. One more round of breath here. And let's bring that other knee back into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Extend the right leg nice and long. And we'll straighten out through that left leg, holding on behind that thigh. Gentle circles clockwise. All those little muscles in the foot. Taking your time. Let's take it the other way. And give ourselves a couple breaths to just start waking up that left hamstring. Again, I'm straight through my right leg, pushing through that right heel. Breathe here. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And we'll bend that left knee, bringing the arm on the inside of the knee, reaching for the outer edge of that left foot, and bringing the sole of that left foot up towards the ceiling. Half happy baby. And then let's bring both legs in, bringing both arms between the knees, opening up into a full happy baby. It might feel nice to rock back and forth. It might feel nice to play with straightening out through one leg or the other, or maybe you just want to be in stillness here. One more breath. Nice slow breaths today. Let's hold both of those knees and just gently rock back and forth, massaging that lower back, the full back, and then eventually coming up into a seated position. Nice and tall, close those eyes, connect with your intention, and let's connect again with our breath. As you inhale, imagine the earth coming up to support you. And as you exhale, anywhere you're touching the ground, imagine yourself growing roots down into the earth. And we'll just work with this visualization for 3 more breaths, feeling that connection and that grounding to the earth. Nice long spine, inhaling, growing tall. Exhaling, let those shoulders come nice and wide, releasing any tension you're holding onto in your body. 2 more breaths. And on the next inhale, we'll bring ourselves forward, drawing those shoulders open, neck comes back, and as we exhale, curling through that back, sitting back. We're doing a seated cat-cow here. That movement starts at the base of the tailbone and works its way all the way up to the head. Exhale into our seated cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. One more time, inhaling here, exhaling back, and we'll inhale back into that neutral spine, nice and tall. Let's straighten out through the left leg and take our right knee up towards the ceiling, bringing the right foot over to the outside of that left leg. If this is bringing your right hip off the ground too much, you can keep it right to the inside. From here, I'm going to bring my right arm up and behind me and hook my left arm around that knee. Inhaling to get nice and tall through the spine, and as I exhale, deepening into this twist here. Use your breath to go deeper. Don't Use this arm to yank you deeper. Use your breath to create space on the inhale. And as you exhale, draw that belly button in, and you'll naturally turn a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths here. Inhale back through center. We'll bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg, in as tight as you can. And from here, we're going to put our left hand behind us for support. Bring that right arm up as you inhale, and as you exhale, we'll reach that right arm forward towards the left leg. As far as you can go, wherever it lands. Breathing here. So try to keep your right knee straight up. This is difficult for me, but you might be more flexible than I am in this one. So try to keep that right knee pointing up as much as you can towards the ceiling. Let's take 3 more breaths. Breathing into that right hip. And we'll walk that hand up, straighten out through that right leg, bending into the left knee, bringing the left foot to the outside of the right leg. We'll inhale that left arm up and back, hook that right arm around the left knee, and we'll twist to the left. I'm still staying strong through that right foot. You can see I'm pushing out through the heel. My back arm is keeping me nice and tall. It's acting like a kickstand to keep my spine straight. So there's 1 line of energy from the ground all the way up through the crown of my head. And let's take 2 more deep rounds of breath here. Inhale back through center. Bring that left foot to the inside of the right foot. Our right hand comes back for support. Inhale the left arm up, and then we'll exhale, bringing it forward towards that right foot. Breathe here. So breathe into that left hip. And again, try to keep that left knee as straight up as you can and as close into the body as you can. Nice job. Let's bring that hand back up, straighten both legs, maybe give them a little shake here. Flexing through both feet, we'll inhale our arms up overhead and exhale, forward fold. Letting the hands fall wherever they land. Don't yank to try to get to your feet. Just let gravity do its work here. And let's take 5 deep breaths in this forward fold. Gently walking those hands up the body. We'll bend into the knees, bring them to the side, and come over to hands and knees. 1 round of cat-cow here. Inhaling, dropping the belly, gaze comes forward. Exhaling, curling through the tailbone. Inhale to a nice neutral spine, nice wide fingers here. Tuck the toes, pushing back, hips come back and up, down dog. Take your time here. Flexing through your heels. The heels do not have to touch the ground. You can keep as much bend in your knees as you'd like. Thinking about the long line from your fingertips to your waist. Trying to avoid coming forward here. You want to really keep those ears to the inside of those arms. Nice long line from your tailbone to the top of your head. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, and we'll walk the feet forward, coming into our ragdoll. So feet are hip distance apart. Again, you can keep a bend in those knees. It might feel nice to interlace the hands on the inside of the elbows. It might feel nice to sway a little bit back and forth. Feel that connection with your feet on the ground, and let go of anything that's not serving you today. Let's gently roll up, Slight bend in my knees to protect my lower back, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come up and back, and let's arrive here in our mountain pose. It might feel nice to close your eyes here. Just gently feel the weight in your feet, maybe ground through the top pad of your foot, bringing all 10 toes up, spreading them nice and wide. See if you can put them down one at a time. And again, imagine yourself growing roots through those feet into the ground, feeling that connection with the earth. Let's work through a couple sunbursts here. Inhaling, arms up overhead. As we exhale with a flat back and a slight bend in the knees, we'll swan dive all the way forward. Inhale to that same flat back. So again, this one long line from the tailbone to the top of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more times. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straight back, slight bend in the knees, brings us all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more time. Inhaling, arms up. Maybe a little bit of a back bend this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Building on to that, we're going to take it through a full sun A. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back, plant the palms. Option to take a chaturanga, up dog, before pushing into down dog, or just push right back into down dog. And let's paddle those feet out again. And always an option to come into child's pose. Bottom of your exhale will bring the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the palms, optional vinyasa, or step right back into down dog. Breathing here. Notice if the weight is more in your feet or your hands. Noticing all those connections with the earth today. Bottom of your exhale will bring the feet back to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. This time we'll plant the palms next to our feet and step the left foot all the way back into a low lunge. Give yourself a moment to make sure your heel is right underneath the knee. Pushing through that left heel so you feel a stretch, start to feel the stretch on the front of this left leg. Let's drop that knee, keeping this angle. Inhale to bring the arms up overhead, engage your core for balance, and breathe here. See if you can keep those shoulders nice and wide. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, frame that right foot. Curl those left toes, bringing that knee off the ground. I'm going to walk my hands to the center and bring both of my feet forward, parallel to the ends of my mat. Nice straight back here. I'm going to work into my wide-legged forward fold. Breathing here. Exhale. And from here, I'm going to straighten back up through my spine, start bending into my left knee and bring my right heel onto the ground. My right toes come up. opening up into this stretch. So this is a pretty intense stretch on the inside of the right leg. Make sure you're honoring your body, just coming to your limit here. Breathe here. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. We'll inhale, bring that right foot back down through wide-legged forward fold, walking it all the way over to the right side. Left toes come up. Breathe here. As I inhale, I'm going to walk the hands forward. I'm keeping my left foot facing towards the back of the mat, coming up onto my right toes. So I'm in my low lunge here. Again, push through that right heel, so we're working the other side of the body here, dropping that right knee, uncurling those toes, engaging your core, and inhaling your arms up into your low lunge. Two more breaths. Really thinking about this right hip coming forward, so you're getting this big stretch on the front of that right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, frame that left foot, curl those right toes. We'll inhale through wide-legged forward fold all the way down, bending into the right leg. Left heel comes up. Inhale back, over to the left. Right heel comes up. And then we'll walk the hands all the way around that right foot, come up on those left toes. Inhale here, bring your weight forward into that right leg, and we'll exhale, step that left forward, foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here. We'll exhale, let those palms come forward. Mountain pose. Connect with that breath. Notice your heart rate. And then feel, again, that connection with the earth. Let's bring the hands back to heart center. Heel toe the feet out, mat width, or maybe even a little bit wider if you're taller. Just something nice and comfortable. So they're at 45-degree angles. Palms come together. We'll inhale here, and as we exhale, we're squatting down into our Malasana pose. So you want to keep your heels on the ground here. If you're finding that your heels are up, you can roll the mat up underneath them or get a blanket, but you do want to feel that grounding with your heels. Your palms come down to widen your elbows out, bringing those knees nice and wide. And think about one long line of energy from your tailbone up to the top of your head. If this is too intense, you can come over onto your back and take another happy baby. Otherwise, let's try to take 5 deep breaths here, really feeling that connection to the ground and the earth. Breathe here. Nice job. Let's walk those hands out in front of us. We can bring our weight forward, straighten through those legs. Hang out here in your ragdoll. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, plant the palms, step back into your down dog. Just to transition, we'll inhale down to our knees here. Exhale, sit back, swing those legs out in front, and we'll come into our butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees hang loose.
You can imagine yourself peeling your feet open like a book. It might even feel nice to give yourself a little bit of a foot massage here. Think about getting nice and straight through the spine. And as you exhale, gently folding over those feet, taking your time, trying to keep that spine straight for a couple of breaths. And then gradually coming all the way forward. Breathe deep into your hips. And we'll take 5 deep breaths here. Gently walk the hands back up, nice straight back, bring the knees together, and we'll work our way down into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Gently rolling down. It might feel nice after all that hip opening to take a reclined butterfly pose here. Or you can straighten those legs out, palms face up. Take a couple more breaths here to feel that ground supporting you. Feel your connection to the ground and just releasing any tension, melting down into the earth. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to stay here longer. Take 5 more breaths. Slowly begin to deepen that breath. Bringing motion back into the chest and belly. Becoming aware of the noises in the room. Wiggling those fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles. And eventually taking a nice big stretch up overhead. Drawing the knees into the chest. And rolling over onto your side for a moment or two. And with eyes closed, pushing yourself up to a seated position at the front of the mat. Taking one more breath here, really feeling that connection with the earth, the support of the earth. The foundation. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light and good in me sees and honors the light and good in you. Namaste.
2020 vision ain't